Hey friends, welcome back to Llama Mama Kayla's Yarn Tube. I'm Kayla. Thanks for stopping by today. We are going to be opening our next box, I believe, which is number 9 in our Wooble Haunted House. So who do we have joining us today? We have Tony the Rat, Luna Bell the Baby Bat. We have a roach, and I cannot think of his name. But the roach is trying to climb up the steps to get in the haunted house. We have Hal the pumpkin and a little tiny skull. We have a little tiny spider, a moon, Millie, Frankenstein. We have Salem the cat here, Agatha the vampire, and Luna the bat back there. And I don't know if I mentioned Steve. He's right here, Frankenstein. And so that's who we have gathered around the haunted house today. And it's a spooky day out here. So we're going to see. I got to figure out the name of the roach. I don't know his name. Charlie. Is it Charlie? I'm going to look that up real fast. It is Charlie. Hey, it's a miracle I remembered these names. It is a miracle that I could remember any of these names. But anyway, so I'm going to tell everybody to go back to their places so we can find out what is in number 9 box and hopefully create a new character or something. I know there's 2 more characters that's going to be in this haunted house and joining us for Halloween here on my desk. So now we are ready to open the haunted house and find out what is in our next box. I figure, here's number 9. That's our next box. But I figure we have 9, 10, 11, and 12, and 13. I figure these 2 are probably characters. And I'm not quite sure about these. And that one is we did 11 yet? That one might be another hook, because this one was a hook. I'm not sure. We'll find out. But let's see. What is in box number 9? Oh, let's see. What's back there? A picture in the background there. We have a picture of Agatha. A portrait painting of Agatha on the wall. Okay, let's see what is on my hand. My little spider decided to join me today. I don't know, I'm getting a little weird, I know. And you're like, getting? I'm getting a little weird. Black yarn. Oh, some white yarn. Uh-oh. And it is, maybe that's the one that starts with, oh, and that feels like it glow. Oh, yes, glow in the dark yarn. Yay! So the project starts with the white, so maybe that's a good thing. And we have a hook. What hook do we have? Oh, it's just an orange hook. It's a Woobles hook, and on the back side it says Edgar. Who is Edgar? I don't know. We'll find out. And there's stuffing in there, but I don't think I need to pull out the stuffing. And we have the skeleton. Okay, that is awesome that it starts with the white, because joining in the black will be much easier on me. Now, going in the round on the black is still, but I can manage it a lot better than starting the project in black. So that's Edgar, the skeleton. And here is Edgar's stuffing. Now, what all is on this box? That's all. Oh, the beast has fallen, but its curse lingers. Do not touch the bones. That's funny. All right, so we have 4 more boxes after this one. And we still got a ways to go in September, so we're good. We're good. Don't panic. Don't panic, people. So here's Edgar's card that came in the box. And on the back of this card is the code to pull up Edgar's pattern. So I've already pulled up the pattern and hit the plus sign a bunch of times to enlarge it on my computer so I can see it. And this was in the little spooky bits. And so this, it says caution, keep out, caution. And the Woobles instructions inside. And this little sticker. Now, I'm trying to decide what am I going to do with all my little stickers. I've been real easy with them. Not to tear them. So, they all can be peeled off really easy, or with some care, I'll say. I could peel my stickers off and use them somewhere. For all my packages that I have of these, they have a sticker of the character on them. So I want to save those some kind of way, but I haven't messed with any of them because I'm not sure what I want to do, but I have them, so I want to do something with them. Now, some people out in the Wooble world collect these stickers. Like, they'll pay you money for these stickers. Some people collect the hooks. Mainly what they're wanting to collect is the character hooks, you know, the ones that have things on them, not the just regular colors. But some people do want some of these too. So I'm going to stick my hook over here. And I've already taken out, I'm going to stick this over here so I'll have the eyes when I get ready for them. I have already taken out the stitch markers and the beginning part that they did because my tension is not the same as them. Matter of fact, there's no way it could be because I'm not using the same size hook. I'm using a 5mm hook is what I will be using, my finger 5. And so I just can't handle the 4mm hook right now. I don't know that I ever will, but well, you know, well, maybe one day. I don't know. So anyway, I have my stitch marker ready, so I'm gonna go ahead and get busy getting Edgar started. He starts in the same fashion that all the Woobles start in. So, and I won't be doing a tutorial. Somebody asked, why am I just showing bits and pieces? Why don't I show making the whole thing and do it so they can make it too? Well, because this is a paid for pattern. It's not free, and I don't want to get in trouble by giving away their patterns. So that's illegal. And so, you know, I don't want to go to jail. I would not do well in jail. I'm too spoiled for jail. Let's say that, okay? I'm going to make my tail a little bit longer. I don't want it really long, but that was a little bit short. All right, let me see if I can get this. Okay. All right, it'll do. Anyway, so what are you guys up to today? What's keeping you busy today? It may be a crochet, it may be knitting, loom knitting, diamond painting, some kind of art. Maybe you gotta go grocery shopping. Who knows? Laundry, dishes. What's keeping you busy? I want to hear all about it. I really do. And in today's video, I would like to ask you, I always ask you questions and things like that. And so, and I chat a lot while I am crocheting. It's, mine's a crochet and chat. I just chat about what's going on in my life and little stories and things like that that's come to mind. Nothing's pre-planned. But you guys know everything about me. And I don't really know that much about you. Now, some of you guys leave stuff in the comments, and, you know, I kind of get to know you through that. And so that's nice. That's nice. I enjoy that. So that's why today I want to ask you in the comments below under this video, tell me something about yourself that I don't know. Tell me something about you that I don't know, so I can get to know you a little bit better. And let me see if I've got my 6 loops on here or not, my 6 stitches. I believe so. Yeah, so tell me something in the comments that I don't know about you and that you want to share with me. I think that would be fun to read that. I love reading the comments, and but yeah, I would like to get to know you better, because y'all know everything about me. And when I meet someone in person, I feel like I'm just questioning them to death, like asking them this and asking them that and jumping back over here and asking this, because I don't know you. I don't know them, and they know everything about me already, so they don't have to ask all these questions. But, yeah. Okay. I'm just trying to make sure I am at the right place. So, yeah, I think it would be fun to get to know you a little bit better. So, humor me there. We've had some cooler temps this past week, but it has jumped back up there again. Like, psych. It was very unusual to have those cooler temps that we did have. And now we're back up to our normal. This is what we expect, so it's no surprise. But it sure was nice having a couple of cool days. And it would be nice to have an early fall. That would be real nice. So you can see my little Wooble family is growing and growing and growing up here. And oh, I have a surprise video tomorrow, which was a total surprise for me, and I want to share that joyful surprise with you guys. So come back tomorrow and find out what my big surprise was. I was totally in shock, and I still am. Like, I'm still just speechless almost about it, except I really am so excited. But come back tomorrow and find out what I found as a big, humongous surprise. Alright, so I'm getting ready to jump in on this head. There'll be some rounds that I obviously cannot, you know, I don't know why I jump ahead and do some things wrong sometimes. No, I didn't. I read it wrong there for a minute. I don't read the patterns at first, and then I look over and read the pattern, and I'm like, oh, I did it wrong, but no, I didn't. I'm cool. But I do need to start increasing on the next few rows, and so I'll be back to chat with you guys whenever I get to a part where I can just crochet single crochets and not have to increase or decrease, because my little brain can't keep up with all that and talk and crochet at the same time and keep up with increases and decreases. So I'll be back. So I will tell you, this glow-in-the-dark yarn feels so different from the regular Woobles yarn. Like this feels, I don't know, cotton, polyester, something like that maybe. I don't know for sure what it is made of. But this one feels like nylon or something like that. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's just a totally different feel. And it's probably to do with it being glow-in-the-dark yarn, right? I don't know where this strand is coming from. It's looped around this, so I'm just going to snip it. I'm going to snip this off. Got some kind of pull my light down on this a little bit more just so it can shine and soak up the light, and maybe, you know, we can see it glow in the dark a little later. Let me see, did I do my last stitch correctly? Because I started talking, and sometimes I talk too soon. And I don't think I did. It was supposed to be an increase, and I just put 1. 1 is not going to cut it. And now I have to rest my hands for a moment because I have just crocheted all that non-stop. And I gotta rest these fingers that I have. So I stretch my fingers for a moment, and what I do is just point my fingers up towards the air. Like I can move these fingers here. So I have them stretched up, pointed towards the air to stretch them, and then I make a fist. It squeezes kind of tight, and then stretch them again. And I'll just do that a few times to kind of stretch out the stiffness in my fingers and get them a little more flexible there. So now I'm ready to crochet on, wooble on. I tell you what, I have thoroughly been enjoying my haunted house box. I have just enjoyed making that, opening. So I have not opened up any of the boxes that we hadn't got to yet. I mean, I only open them on the days that I open them on video with you. I have not peeked in any of the other boxes. And I have avoided other YouTube videos that are spoilers, because I really just want to be surprised. And I love that. I love the surprise of it and figuring out, you know, what's in there each day. It's so much fun. Not knowing, you know, what is going to be in the box until you open it. I generally know what the box consists of, but I don't know what day the surprises are, you know. So anyway, that's fun. That's fun. Okay, spoiler alert, I will be doing the Christmas Advent box in December, I do suppose. So, yes, spoiler alert, that will be coming up in December. I guess I'm doing it in December. I don't know. If I was going to start it towards the after Thanksgiving, I might do that. Start it right after Thanksgiving. So that's something to look forward to. And I am collecting ideas and stuff like that for little Christmas makes to go with my woobles and such. Just like I did this one earlier than October, because October, I'm going to be taking some photos of them and setting up their little haunted house and having some fun with these Woobles. That's why I did this box early. If you don't, well, I'll tell that tomorrow. Never mind. Sorry. Something I was going to share, but it goes with tomorrow's video, actually. Better than this video. All right. Let me see. Sometimes I just can't grab the yarn. Sometimes my little fingers want to do something different from what my mind wants them to do. So I got the spider at Dollar Tree. I had a little doll. I have a doll that has a bracelet for her that is a spider. And so when I saw this at Dollar Tree, I thought of her and her bracelet spider. And I was like, I need a spider on my arm while I crochet on my Halloween Woobles. Because that's what you're supposed to do. Big Daddy has already made it home from work today. I'm recording this on Wednesday night. And he has made it home. He had a little bit of a rough day. His, not really a rough day at work, just a rough day of not feeling his best. So he is back there in his recliner watching something. He made him some popcorn and went to his chair when he got home. Ugh. So earlier I was thinking about myself and I was trying to do something that I really need to do. And I always say, okay, I'll do that when I feel better. You know, I'll get around to that when I'm better or something like that, you know, when I'm not dealing with all this. And then I was trying to do something a little bit earlier and I was like, I said that to myself, well, I'm going to have to wait till I feel better to do this. And then I was like, you know, I've said that over and over, and basically that means I'm not going to do it. Like, I'm not going to feel any better than I do. I'm not going to get better. Like, this is it. This is my life. Like, it's not going to go away. My feeding tube is here. It's not fixing to disappear, you know. My stomach issues are the gastroparesis, and it's here. It's my life. It's part of who I am, you know. I mean, it's not who I am, but it's part of my life. It's hard to ignore. Let's put it that way. You know, my Raynaud's, it's here. Big Daddy and I went somewhere the other day, and it was a cooler day, but it wasn't that cool. It was like 86 or something like that. So it wasn't like cold by no means, but it was a cooler day. It wasn't 100. And my pinky over here turned just white as it could be. It was so white. And then this side was so white, it was like white, like Tony, white like this right here. I mean, it was just white, white, white. And I held it up, and Big Daddy said, you can almost see through it. It's like translucent. And it was just crazy. I mean, it was just, and it stayed that way for a long time. And I started to panic, because I was like, it has been white for far too long. It needs to turn back now. I mean, it has been white way too long, way longer than I was comfortable with. And so, you know, that's just part of this, part of my life. It's not going away. Now, I do believe in the power of prayer, and I know that Jesus could choose to heal me, and I'm not going to harp on that I just wanted to say that. I do know that. But I also know that the answer is not always yes. Sometimes the answer is no, because we can't see the bigger picture. And I know that, I feel like that's not going to be the answer for me. And I know why. And so, we'll just leave it at that. I know that that's not going to be the answer for me. But anyway, it is difficult sometimes. And then to realize, you know, that I'm not going to be able to do all these things that I'm saving and waiting to say, oh, I'm going to do this when I get better, or when I feel better, or, you know, whatever. Because that's not happening. It's not happening. So I've got to come to terms, like I'm in denial, I guess. And I got to come to terms that this is my life. I'm not going to be able to do those things. So do I hang on to this thinking, you know, I'm going to be able to do it again? Or do I just let go? I don't know. It's hard sometimes. It really is. It gets hard to think about all those things, and overwhelming, and just the realization of this is my life. All right, so I'm at a point where I think I'll be decreasing now. So I'm, you know, going to have to go and work on this. I'll be back. So friends, I wanted to talk to you all about my buddy Zeke. Okay, Zeke, you know, he comes down and does the cat litter for me, and does some things like that around here for me, and sometimes takes out the garbage and some things like that. I appreciate him very much. He is the sweetest kid. I just love him so much. I met Zeke when he was about 6 years old. He was in a Lego class of mine. I did not even know that he lived close to me, because they had recently moved out here, close by where I live. We had saw that some people moved into a house, and one day my son Dakota jokingly said, they gotta be homeschoolers, because they had this big, huge white van. And so he just jokingly said that, because they had the homeschool vehicle. And so, anyway, it wasn't until later that I think we had flooded, and I showed some pictures in my co-op class. My co-op class, and Zeke recognized the pictures, that he lived, you know, on that same road that those pictures were from. And so, yeah, and then come to find out, you know, they live right next to us. And I had a mom's night out, and the mom was like, you live on Budsmith Road? And she's like, okay, I'm coming to mom's night out. I was looking up to see where it was, and it's right here by me. So anyway, that's how we figured out that we lived by each other. And so Zeke has been coming down all these years. He was about 6 then. He's 15 now. A very handsome young man, very polite, and his parents did very well raising him and all his siblings. Anyway, so what I'm actually asking you to do is Zeke often enters Lego challenges online. Some of you might have grandkids that do that or something too, or they might be interested in starting to join challenges or whatever. But I'm going to leave the link below to Zeke's YouTube channel. The name of his YouTube channel is Zeke's Creations. And I'm going to try to pull that up right now so I can show you what it does look like. Let me see. One second. The name of his channel is Zeke's Creations. And if you just put that in, like, all kinds of stuff comes up. But I'm going to leave a link to his channel in my description box. But I know sometimes people can't find the description box. You do have to open up that box. Like there'll be an arrow, or it might say more or something like that. But, Zeke's Creations. Okay, that is his logo, the red, black, and gray, and that's what his YouTube channel looks like. It's just so you can recognize his thumb, you know, is it called, I don't know what that's called, thumbnail, and the logo at the top of his channel. So if you go to Zeke's channel by clicking on a link in my box or going and finding it yourself, whatever, he has about 5 videos up on his YouTube channel so far, and one of them is called Lego Challenge. Let me see. He only has like 4 subscribers, so I figured we might could help him out with that, right? So the name of the video is Lego Ideas Challenge, My Perfect Vacation Build. And this is for a Lego challenge. If you click on that video, under his video will leave you to it'll leave a link that takes you right to his Lego challenge project. And so he wanted me to ask if anybody would mind going and voting for him, and it's to win more Legos. There's a link to his Facebook, and there's a link to his Lego challenge to go give him a vote. Now you do have to register once you go over there. I just did it. I went and registered. It was simple. It didn't take but a second. The longest part of it was me typing my name in. And so, yeah, if you don't mind, if you got a few minutes, would you mind going and giving Zeke a little vote on his Lego project? And let's see if we can't get him up there. And he also has a Facebook page and, you know, his YouTube page where he's got 5 videos up. And he said he's got some more made that he's just hanging on to put out later this week or next week or something. So yeah, he's a great kid, and I just, you know, wanted to help him out and see if you guys would mind giving him a vote. But thank you very much, and we'll get back to our regularly scheduled program. And we'll probably go eat at Fontenot's, I'm thinking, for his birthday, so he can get alligator. And I'm thinking we'll go Saturday, midday, before dinner run and all that, so that it'll kind of be a quiet day. When we go there at night, when it's packed out, he can't hear me. We can't talk because he can't hear me at all, you know, because he's deaf. And he don't hardly ever wear his hearing aids because he forgets them. Even though there's a sign on the front door as he's walking out the door, there's a sign that said, "Did you get your hearing aids?" He still can't remember to get them. So that's why I would rather go in the afternoon when it's not packed out. Plus, he don't like crowds. He doesn't like crowds, and I want us to be able to talk and hear each other. So, I'm on a decrease round, and I've done pretty good, I think, counting my stitches. But this is forming the head, shaping it. Yeah. And eventually I'll be changing to the black, but it won't be quite as hard on me, I hope. I hope it won't be. This did not play out right. I'm gonna have to go back and see. So I don't... Wait. No, 1, 2. It's not enough. We'll go back and find my mistake. I'm sure I made it because I was talking, and yeah, I'm gonna go back and find my mistake and fix it. I am still struggling with this black yarn, and yes, I could have crocheted this in a different color, but I wanted it black. So I'm struggling trying to do it because I wanted it black. I could have did it a different color, but my heart wanted black, and my eyes say, "You're crazy, woman." So I'm just struggling along, but it is. I'm using my magnifying glass over here also, and it's not really helping. At one point on the last row, I went and stuck needles in each stitch for a little ways, so I could do like 5 or 6, and then, but the needles were all in my way and was blocking my hook. I've tried different things, like a light under it. Some people have suggested that. I didn't see that helped. But every now and then, like right now, I can pull it. I can barely see through the next stitch. I can see some of this white right here. So that's what I'm going by right now. Sometimes that doesn't work, but thankfully right now it is working. Let me get up here and get a little more comfortable. Still have my spider on. Big Daddy is at work and coming home from work soon because it's getting late in the evening, so he should be arriving before I know it. Today I've just been hanging out trying to get my stomach to drain. Paige didn't feel good when she came this morning, and so she just did my meds and helped me get hooked up to try to drain my stomach. And then she went on. She was going to try to get a doctor's appointment for this afternoon. I don't know if she did or not. But, so I just been hanging out and thinking, doing a lot of thinking. That could be dangerous or it could be good. Who knows? I got a little itchy place on my arm. The skin's like feeling rough right there. All right, let's see. I would love to get all of Edgar done and get his skeleton part stitched on him in this video, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it all in one day. I started this last night, Wednesday night, and I worked on it until my eyes just could not focus anymore. My eyes got so tired straining to see that black yarn. So I thought I'd just see how well I can work on it today, how much I can get done before my eyes just give out. Yeah, see, I'm trying to get it where I can see some of that white behind it. Be glad when Big Daddy gets home. It's been kind of lonely today. I thought he would have been home by now, but I don't know. So what are you guys working on today? What has got you busy, keeping your attention? I also have a lighted crochet hook that I tried to use with black yarn, and it does nothing for me. Like, it does nothing. It doesn't help me see the stitches. I don't know. It does nothing for me. So I'm not able to use that with any success. Alright, I did take some photos of Pierre and Rose on a date and posted them on Instagram. So if you're on Instagram, go check it out. My Instagram is llama.mama.kayla. That was an easy row because it was just single crochets on that row. The next row I'm going to be increasing, and so that's where I really got to pay attention, that I go back into that same stitch when I increase and it doesn't go to another stitch. So that's what I got going on so far. Hasn't said to put the eyes in yet. Oh, I see where, I'm looking at the pattern, I see where it says to put the eyes. A few more rows down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more rows, and then it's got a thing for the eyes. But I'll put the eyes in before I start decreasing. Maybe 2 more rows, and then I'll put the eyes. Alright, I'm going to work on this for a little bit, and I'll check back in with you guys. I'm still struggling, but I'm getting there. I'm fighting this yarn, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I turned off the bright light just so I can maybe see the stitches a little bit better. Sometimes too much light washes stitches out for me, even in other colors. So sometimes I do have to turn that light off. And the trick here is when I see the stitch and I can see some white, you know, I see this white right here through the stitch, and so then it's just a matter of getting my hook to go in that particular hole. It has been a struggle, but I'm doing it. I'm fighting it and doing it. Yeah, like I said, I could have chose any other color. I didn't have to use black, but I wanted to. If I make him again, I might make him in gray or something else. But these particular ones I'm trying to do in the original color. When I was off camera crocheting on this, the last row, I kept falling asleep. I kept dozing off and falling asleep trying to get this done. Huh. Here comes a delivery van. I ordered a cup for my best friend Angela. It is orange. And I might just have to show it to you. It's for her. It's perfect for her. And she's going out to eat with us this weekend for Big Daddy's birthday. She's coming along with us to eat at Fontenot's. She's never been to Fontenot's. So, and she don't get out and go and do anything. So, I'm so glad she's going to go out with us and meet up with us. That means a lot to us. Because she don't like to get out and go do anything. She goes to work. If she needs anything from the grocery store, she'll get it on her way home from work. She'll stop by the grocery store and either pick up like a curbside order or run in and just grab the few little things that she needs. And then she goes home. She doesn't go out doing stuff and so I'm thankful that she is going to go out with us. So we're going to go early in the day. Her sleep schedule and work schedule is not like everyone else's. She's awake at night and sleeps during the day. And so, and so we're going to go early in the day, which we was going to do anyway, just to beat the crowd. But that's perfect for her, so she can get back home and go to bed. I hope that I'm able to hold up and do this. One time, I had swallowing issues, and I would have my esophagus stretched at least once a year, and then it got to be like they'd try it more than once a year, and then it just got to where they could not stretch my esophagus anymore. And I had testing done, and well, Angela and me and Big Daddy went out to eat. This restaurant that Big Daddy liked to go to had started grilling steaks on Thursday nights, and they were delicious steaks. They were so juicy and just so good. They were smoked and grilled or something like that. I don't know, but they were good. So we had made plans, and Angela was going to go out to eat with us, so she stayed up late for this particular night, and we went to go eat. We got there. I took one bite of the barbecue beans, ran to the bathroom, threw up. I come back, I drank some tea, ran to the bathroom, threw up. I came back, and I never did take a bite of the steak. I tried to eat some of the beans and some potato salad. And I couldn't even drink tea after that point. I was just running to the bathroom, throwing up. Running to the bathroom, throwing up. I was in the bathroom like, I must have run the bathroom 10 times or more to throw up. Big Daddy and Angela, They didn't miss a bite of their meal. They kept right on eating. They didn't miss not one bite. They didn't pause. They didn't think about me. They didn't care that I was running back and forth to the bathroom. They were chowing down, okay? I couldn't even swallow the tea, anything. It was bad. My saliva was not going down. We came home. We left there, and I was hungry. I had not eaten anything all day because I was anticipating us going out to eat. And we left there, and I told Big Dad, I said, go to this grocery store right down here and get me some ice cream. Maybe I can eat like a Coke float. So he went in there and got me a big Coke and some ice cream. We got home. He fixed me a Coke float. I could not get it down. Nothing was going down. So, anyway, we went to bed that night, but I kept having to get up because my saliva was not going down. And I didn't want to get strangled on it. So, the next morning he got up and I was like, hey, this isn't working. You know, I can't even get water down. My saliva's not going down. This was when it like really hit that I got problems. I had been, struggling and throwing up all along, but this is when it hit that, my saliva's not even going down. So we went, the next morning, we went to the hospital and they admitted me. I run tests and such. And then it might have been right after that, I went to Shreveport and had some tests run also. They put an ultrasound camera down and watched me swallow some special stuff they had. And kind of found out my esophagus was not even working at all. It was like hardened and just not working. But that is when all that started. Is when, the three of us who went out to eat, and yeah, they didn't even miss a bite. And then Big Daddy wrapped mine up and took it home. And while I was in the hospital, I was like, did you eat some dinner? And he said, yeah, your steak. Oh, goodness. So I'm anticipating us going out and having a good night. Some good food and just, and then I just hope I am able to enjoy the night and not in the bathroom throwing up the whole time. But if I am, don't worry, Angela and Big Daddy's not going to miss a bite. They're going to keep right on eating. They won't even be concerned if I'm in the bathroom throwing up the whole night. I pick on them about that all the time. I keep telling her, I was like, yeah, and you still owe me a steak. So I was going to try to put my eyes in here, get them situated. Okay, so that's 1, 2. I put the first one in about center. 3, 4, and 5. Sassy's in my back, asleep. I can't grab one. She is in my chair against my back here. All right, let's see if I can get these eyes in. I hope that, so I got 5 stitches apart, and I went ahead and just put my needles in so I can see, and I like that. So I'm going to stick my needles back over here. See, I use these needles for lots of things. Sometimes counting rows, keeping up with how many rows I've got to go, all kinds of things. So, and these big long needles, they did come from Amazon. Somebody always asks about that. They came from Amazon, and they were gifted to me, so all I know is you could put in long plastic needles, and it was actually a box of all different sizes. This one was in the box, and it is absolutely my very favorite needle. Do you have a favorite needle? You don't often hear people talk about a favorite needle. They might talk about a favorite hook and stuff like that, but a favorite needle? Do you have one? Alright, I'm going to try to mash down on these a little bit more. It may be on there all it's going to go. I just don't want it to come off. That happens sometimes. I do have that grip thing I could put under it. Honestly, I hadn't seen that grip thing in a little while. Okay, let me feel these and see if they feel secure in there. Maybe so. Alright, so there is the eyes. We'll do the nose and the mouth later. Oh, we gotta do a little thingy thing there for the... I think we do the same thing we did on that skull. That'll be interesting. Alright, so I'm gonna keep going. Now I'm ready to decrease. So I'm gonna keep going with that. Probably could stuff the head. Not going to stuff down into the black because I certainly do not want my hook pulling out all that fuzz on the black yarn. So I'm not going to stuff up to the black edge. I'm just going to stuff right here lightly into the head. Alright guys, I'll come back when I get some more done. Hopefully I can get this done. At one time I got really frustrated with it and thought I wasn't going to be able to do it, but I took a break, came back to it, and I'm doing it. Sometimes it's aggravating though. It does get aggravating when you want to do something and you're in your mind, I should be able to do this. Okay guys, so I'm going to call it quits on Edgar today, although I don't have much left to do to close him up. I think I may have like 3 or 4 at the most rows to do, and then I do have his little arms to make, and then just some stitching on him, and the stitching is in the glow-in-the-dark yarn, so that won't be too bad. The arms, I don't know, I dread that part, but anyway, I done got a headache staring at this black yarn and trying to focus my eyes on that, and so I thought, well, let me just close this out and call it quits on Edgar today and come back and finish him later, because yeah, I got a headache and I can't see anything now. Oh, my spider is grabbing my yarn. What are you doing, Phoebe? She spilled some food on the floor from her bench, and so she got down there and is getting that, I guess. So anyway, oh, Big Daddy came home and he brought me a surprise. Surprise. Snooky, the ghost, and it is going to be made with the glow-in-the-dark yarn. And that will be fun. So I'll be doing Snooky soon. White yarn will be easy. So that was a surprise from Big Daddy. He picked that up at Walmart. The Walmart that is in the town a little bit past where he works, the next town over. So, yeah. My Walmart, any of my Walmarts on this side of Louisiana does not have any, it does not have Snooky or any of the Halloween Woobles. That particular Walmart had a lot of the Walmart Woobles. I think maybe 4 or 5 different ones. Yeah, I'm pretty sure about 4 or 5 different ones. So, anyway, there's that. But I appreciate you all hanging out with me today, and I'll be back to finish off Edgar later. Yeah, that's what he's going to look like when he's done. So, we'll be adding him to my collection when he is finished. Alright, I appreciate you all. Remember, it's a beautiful day to crochet. Hopefully you're not having to crochet with black yarn. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, friends. I love you all.